Hey everyone, Cody from Mac Telecom Networks. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your UDM SE to route traffic through a privacy VPN such as NordVPN or PIA. For Unified Network Application 7.2.92, it gave us the ability to use openVPN client. And then in our UDM SE OS version 2.5.11, that unlocked it. There are a couple steps that we need to go through to get this to work, but it is fairly straightforward. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you'd like to hire me for network consulting, visit www.mactelecomnetworks.com. You'd find me on Twitter at MacTelecomN, and if you'd like to support the channel, I do have affiliate links down in the description below. To start off, I'm going to be using NordVPN, and I'm not sponsored by NordVPN in any way, or I don't have any affiliate links to them. I just bought a 1-month pass to it to do this video. You'd also take this same method, and if you have an openVPN server at one of your other sites, you could use that. The first step is to start an account with either NordVPN, PIA, or whoever offers an openVPN config file. I already have mine with NordVPN, so we don't need to set that up. But under teleport and VPN, we could see this new VPN client. We could create VPN client. Here we could give it a name. I'll just call it route traffic through USA. I'm from Canada, so I'm going to route my traffic through a United States server. The type is an openVPN, and then we need to put in our username and password for NordVPN in my case, or whichever VPN provider that you're using. Below we have this configuration file. Now for NordVPN, it's just nordvpn.com/ovpn, and you could see all these different servers throughout the States or any other part of the world that you're trying to connect to. I'm just going to download the UDP, and we can see that the config file has downloaded. So I'll go back to my UDM SE, and then we're going to upload the file. We can see under my downloads that the file is here, and then we're going to open it up, and it will load into our UDM SE. So now what I need to do, I need to put in my username and my password and then press test and save. Now after I press test and save, we could see that my server address is 23.19.19.194, which isn't my private IP address. That's one through NordVPN. We'd also go to a command line and we could do a trace route to google.ca, and this should be bringing us through the NordVPN IP address. And as you can see, it is routing through there. Now we have our openVPN client set up and our traffic is routing through NordVPN. The downfall to this is all of our traffic is running through NordVPN. So any network that we have created under our networks is going through NordVPN, which we may not want. So for me, I would really only want my IoT network going through there. And we can make this happen where our IoT routes through our VPN and then all of our other subnets just route through our normal WAN connection. So if we go down to traffic management and then we click on create new traffic route, we're going to say all traffic and then we're going to select some targets. So the targets that we're going to select is our default network, our guest network, our camera network, our SSS, and then this other one that I just have for testing. Since we want the IoT network still to route out through NordVPN, we're not going to have this in this traffic rule. I'm currently sitting on my default network, so let's do a trace to make sure we are still going through that NordVPN connection. So we'll do a trace towards google.ca, and we can see that it's going through the NordVPN IPs. We could also do a lookup where it thinks that we're physically located. So under whatismybrowser.com, it's just going to show us the location that it thinks we're connected to. And here it shows that I'm in Chicago of the United States, which really I'm not, I'm in Canada. So now back to this traffic route, we want to select the interface. So we have two different options here. We could either select default WAN 1 or our backup. I'm going to select my WAN 1 because that's all that's connected, and then we'll press add route. Now looking at our routes, that route has been added. So let's do another trace. All right, so now sitting on this default network, even with that openVPN client enabled, and we have our traffic route configured, we could see that I'm going through my normal Bell connection. If I go back and look at my location, it should show that I'm in Canada. And you can see there that it's showing that I am in Canada. Now let's bring this computer over to the IoT network and make sure that NordVPN is still working through that subnet. This computer is sitting on my USW Lite 16 PoE on port 16. We're going to go over to port management, and then I'm going to click on that port. We're going to go to port profile, and I'm going to switch it to IoT network. And then we'll press apply changes. Now we could confirm that I'm on my IoT network by going IP config. And we could see that this adapter is 192.168.20.194, which is in my IoT network. So let's do another trace. And you can see that we're routing through that NordVPN IP on the IoT network. Let's look at my location on this network. Once again, we're showing that I'm in Chicago, so the NordVPN is working. So that's going to be it for this video. I don't use NordVPN or any privacy VPNs at my place, but a lot of people have been requesting this. Some of the steps may differ from provider to provider, but it should be relatively easy just to load in the openVPN configuration file. If you have any questions about this video, please leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, thanks.